I was hoping to get last week when I went into the Asian store, they had the lion's mane and the maitake, but they didn't have them this week. So I was disappointed.
Yeah. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my mushrooms in a cup, and I think we're going to start with chopping an onion, and one onion would do. Now, I would like to use a whole onion. Onions are very sweet. They're filled with micronutrients. I mean, you can't go wrong with it. So just try to, if you could just chop one onion, we're going to throw that in the pan. And now the questions begin. Some people put olive oil in the pan. If you plan to do that, then you can't go on high with that element, or else that olive oil won't be able to sustain the high temperature. So then you're better off with some avocado oil. So if you have a lot of time to cook, you can cook it at low temperature and slower and use that olive oil. But if you don't have as much time, then you might want to use some avocado oil. So I'm just gonna bring this here so that's easier for you to see. Yeah. Okay. So I have one chopped onion in here. I'm gonna add, and now I'm gonna go high with the temperature. So I'm not gonna take. I'm gonna use what I usually use. How much oil am I putting in here? Probably about a half a cup, if not less.
Private.
And I'm gonna get a spatula. So I have onions in here, and I'm gonna put them on the elements. Okay, maybe I'm not gonna go fully high, if you don't mind showing. This is low, this is high. I'm going, I'd say, about
3/4, 8%.
3/4 up. Yeah. So I'm gonna put those to start roasting. In the meantime, I'm chopping my mushrooms. Now, here's the deal. We're gonna need a blender at the end. But if you say, you know what, Gabriela, I just don't have a blender, then what I'll say to you, chop them very, very finely, and you won't need a blender. You'll just have them, they have a little more consistency. So you see, if you don't have a blender, just chop them very finely like this. Otherwise, don't worry too much, because you're going to put them in the blender, right? Even when we put them in the blender, I don't like to use the blender all the way, because I still like some consistency, This is the vegan's meat, the vegan's person's meat. Okay, I'm just gonna go as I typically go, which is a little more robust. As I said, I'm gonna put them in the blender, so it doesn't really matter. They just need to be chopped enough for the flavor of the onions to infuse in them, that's all. Okay. Some people like the flavor of butter. Now, and then of course, there's garlic to be added to this. Notice I have my cloves of garlic. There's no way I'm gonna add this garlic in the soup until the end. Yeah, Allison, doesn't last much. And if you want to capitalize on the wonderful properties of garlic, then don't add it until the end, because the meal is gonna be hot anyway, so it's gonna cook very fast. All right, so I have mushrooms here. At this point, I'm just gonna bring them all to the pot and add them there. There we go. Oopsie. See, the onions are just beginning to sizzle. Sizzle. The onions are sizzling. All right. So, well, I don't like to throw away this stuff. I understand the hardest, but because you know what? It has a little more consistency than the rest of the mushrooms. There we go. I'm going to put this in too. I have a bunch of shiitakes, a little maitake. Add those in. How are you ladies doing? Natasha, how are you doing there?
I'm good. The mushrooms are in.
Chopping.
I'm just trying to keep up.
I know, right?
She's so fast.
I know.
Yeah, you're awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, and you stay at your speed, because once we can always go back and forth a bit. So again, I'm adding those mushrooms in. I haven't stirred them yet. I'm gonna chop the little maitake that I have. Have a look at the structure of the maitake mushrooms. They're just adorable. Look at this.
So are
Wonderful.
you putting more than 2 cups?
No, no, Mom, I'm putting 2 cups. I put them in this, but this wood was full. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So 2 cups, you're fine with 2 cups. Problem is, Daphne, if that was you asking, I don't know who asked, but that sounded like Daphne.
This
You know,
is
I'm
Natasha.
such a belly.
Okay.
Rebel against everything. I don't like measurements, and my God always criticized me. And I think Marco's girlfriend, Arula, those beautiful young generation, you know, they do everything by the cup. They do play everything by the rules.
By the book, yeah.
You know, I'm a Romanian rebellion. I used to be in the Romanian Revolution. I don't like listening to rules. I like listening to my own mind. I think God gave me a mind to use it. Plus, everybody else is taken, but might as well be myself.
Her cooking is fantastic because there's never the same dish. It's
Yeah.
always different. Mind you, she doesn't believe in the science of baking. Like, oh, it has to be 3 cups of baking powder, not 8. Oh, okay.
Do me a favor, mister.
Yes.
Smell this. Do you
It
feel,
smells great.
doesn't it feel,
It's
Yeah,
not,
it is.
the onions smell great already.
the onion smells so lovely. So what we're doing with mushrooms is we want those babies to sweat. When heated, they start sweating. I'm gonna tell you something really interesting. I had a friend of mine who was vegan when I was young, and she didn't eat meat, but she had roasted on the barbecue mushrooms. So she would roast the mushrooms the day before. She would eat as much as she could, and the next day she would make soup. So she would do exactly what we're doing now, but in addition, use the grilled mushrooms.
Yes.
Sweetheart, that
Yes.
soup is delicious.
Yeah.
So if you wanna, there's so many ways to jazz this up and try new things. And we're gonna try quite a few things today, and I'll be talking to you about how you can jazz a mushroom soup. Oh my goodness, look at this, look at this. Just wonderful. Okay. I'm going to be a good girl and start working on this garlic. So, of course, you know, these days you have those machines, you put the garlic through and the garlic comes straight out of the other end.
Little garlic press, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still going at it the old way. Every time I buy those garlic things, they break, so I gave up on them. I'm thinking this
Too
is so
strong.
nice, it's cheap. And I don't know, there's something that I like about this. There we go.
But you're just setting this aside
Mm,
until the absolute end.
no, totally, I'm not doing anything with it. Until the end, I'm not gonna put the garlic in. I just wanna have it ready.
Ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Efficiency in the kitchen.
Well, yeah. So. Oh, look at that.
Wow.
Oh, mama.
Put it in your bowl.
No, sweet, I'm just gonna lay it down here. Okay, so what else? We're gonna need some time, and I brought some time. I wanna show you this. Somebody, you know, you on the internet these days, you find out the weirdest things. Look at this. Somebody said, take a strainer.
Oh, might be too thin.
I know, right?
The strainer's not gonna
They
work.
said, yeah, put it through and then you pull your thumb and look at this, Rob. All the thyme comes at the other end. Now, do you think that I have that patience?
No.
No. So guess what Gabriela is gonna do? Have a look at this. Fresh thyme from the market. Oh, I'm just gonna chop this baby. There we go.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Hi, I couldn't get thyme or dill, but I got tarragon, mint, and rosemary. What do you suggest?
Ooh, that is just lovely. So you don't have any time, huh?
No, I couldn't get any thyme or any dill.
Not even the dry one like this one?
Oh, yes, I have dried thyme, yep.
Oh, bring it out. Because you know what? Thyme and mushrooms, I don't know. I think they're married.
Okay, so use the dry?
Yeah, definitely use the dry.
Okay.
And then, yeah, so I'm just gonna wait for you to look for that time in the cupboard. If your cupboard is like my cupboard, I need 5 minutes to look for it. All right, this is coming along very nicely. You see how the mushrooms are sweating? See that? See the water around them, Rob? Yeah?
Yeah, yeah. We were grilling on the barbecue yesterday, so Gabriela's daughter Elzena came over and we had a grill and vegetables, so peppers, zucchini, mushrooms, and basically the teaching was as soon as the peppers and the mushrooms all that started sweating, they're kind of breaking down and the water coming through the skin. That's the point where you knew they were ready. So they were done.
Alright, so have a look at this. So this is the vegeta. Now you might have vegetable broth, you may have some bouillon, whatever you have. I'm looking at the mushrooms. Are they ready for me to add some of this? No, I still want those onions too. A little more sweaty. Yeah, a little more sweaty. You got it. So we're just gonna let those steam there a bit, and then I'm just gonna add 2 spoons of the vegeta. I'm gonna keep the dill till the end. I like the fact, Daphne, that you have rosemary. You were saying you have some mint. I brought some mint. You know, mint again. I would add it at the end. I will not add it while I'm making the soup because it can give it a funny taste if you add it too soon. Basil, the same thing. Plus, I want those micronutrients to be maintained, so I wouldn't add them before the soup is ready. I do want to say that I brought some of those garlic shots. What are those called? Natalie, Daphne, do you guys know the name of those babes?
Which
What are those called?
are these type of onion?
No, Mama, those are garlic. They're called garlic shoots, I think. Let me see.
Oh,
Scape?
yeah, stop,
I think
stop,
garlic scapes.
Yeah,
scape,
yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
Scapes.
So
Yeah.
I was thinking, I do have a magic bullet. I could put some in. And just chop them a bit. Oh, the heck, why not add them in? It's like a herb in a way,
It's upside down.
What's upside down? Oh, you're right. Thank God for you. Okay, love. There we go.
Can I undo the computer?
Undo the computer. You know what? I'm gonna put a little bit of water here because I'm not sure it's gonna mix without some water. There we go.
That's cool. Can I ask the question of whether it's healthier to fry your onions first? Just frying them.
What are you saying, Joe?
I'm saying that does frying the onions release a chemical that's a healthy chemical, as opposed to not frying them very well?
Well, first off, when you fry something, you lose some of the nutritional properties of that thing, whatever it is. So you don't enhance things by frying them, although there are some exceptions. So I need to add some water to this. I actually need to add a cup of water. Let's see, are the onions? Yeah, I think that's fine. You could, that's the thing, you could leave them longer if you want, but for me, this is fine. The mushrooms are all sweaty. I'm just gonna add some water to this. I'm gonna add a 4 cup of water. There we go. And now I have those, actually, I need more water. I have those garlic shoots in here. Yes.
So should I add water even though I don't have garlic shoots?
Can
I'm
you add?
thinking yes.
Oh, absolutely. I just had some here and I thought might as well. Why not? Yeah, absolutely. Just water, just plain water. 1 cup of water. I'm gonna add the coconut milk. So I have some ordinary coconut milk. I don't have organic. It's just a normal brand, 400 milliliters. All that is going in. And then I'm gonna add 2 spoons of vegeta. If you have vegetable broth, on the other hand, you might want to add that instead of the water with the mixed garlic shots that I did, right? I need to add water because I'm adding some powdered bouillon or vegeta. I'm just gonna put 2.5. Let's see. Yeah. Mix all that in. Let it boil. At this point, I'm just going to bring the temperature up by a bit. This will be high, just a little bit below the high level. And some people have those amazing stoves. Ours is an ordinary stove, but once you put it higher to that temperature, it goes really, really fast.
Smells good.
It smells good. Oops. See? Oh, yeah, yeah. It's already beginning to smell and taste good, eh? Let's see.
Wow. Incredible.
Quite
So
nice.
good.
Now, here's the deal. Some people like some butter. Some people like adding butter. I have a vegan butter. We talked about it on our Facebook group. It's not the best.
Yeah, there's some palm oils or something like that in it, but
Yeah. Oil blend,
oil
modified
blends,
palm oil, canola oil, sunflower oil, flaxseed oil, olive oil, water, salt, pea protein, flavor, sunflower lecithin, lactic acid, and annatto extract. So it's not so bad.
yeah.
I'm gonna add about a spoon of this, just for flavor. You don't have to. Soup is gonna be just as good without this stuff, you know?
That will melt in.
That one is gonna melt in. Now, again, I have some habaneros. You might have other type of hot pepper. I like a soup that has a little bit of a kick. You don't have to add it in. I like it. Hope you like it too. I'm just gonna add one of those in, just chop it a little bit because I'm gonna put it all in the blender, so it doesn't really matter. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. Whoopsie. That's about it. I still have a little bit of pepper. I like that too, but I'm not sure how
Depending
you will
on-
respond to
Depending on
it.
which bite you get, it can be very, very
Right.
crisp.
Less than 5 minutes and that thing is gonna be ready. I've got some nice sourdough. That with a little bit of mushroom soup is gonna be amazing.
Should we turn on the heat on the?
Maybe a bit, you're right. Okay, let's turn it off a bit.
Get it
So this way it's not done faster than, yeah. So I'm gonna turn it down to
kind of halfway type thing.
halfway, medium.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Ooh, this is a nice.
That's
That's a
the
nice,
soup. You did it?
pretty much.
Wow, that's so.
I'm just gonna add the
fast.
garlic at the end, some dill, some mint. And that's it.
So easy. I could even probably make that one.
So I have some peppers here to put in the salad. I'm not sure if I said peppers yesterday on the recipe. So please forgive me if I just like peppers and I happen to have some cut, so.
Good time of year to buy peppers.
Yeah. All right, so I need some onion. I had an onion that was left from yesterday. I don't like to throw things, so I'm just gonna use half of an onion that we had from yesterday's beautiful barbecue that you and Alzena did. Are you gonna tell everybody what you did yesterday? That was really good.
Well, you guys got a little bit of vegan foods, mostly just plants and
Have a look at this.
mushrooms.
So what I do with this onion, I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna squeeze it. So the wonderful thing about this, all the juices in this onion are gonna end up in the salad, and it gives it such a beautiful flavor. Do you ever wonder why those Greek salads are so good? Hey, Marcos, why those Greek salads are so good? Hey, they're good because they have.
Thank you for the shout out. Ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ.
Hey, yeah, absolutely. Come on, Manji,
Ζήτω Ελλάδα.
I've got some tomatoes. I'm gonna wash those. Now, think about mushroom soup. Yeah, you're watching? Okay. One thing about mushroom soup is it likes a little bit of lemon at the end. So I'm really hoping that you put some lemon on the side. So we can add some at the end. Just cutting some fresh. We're so lucky, my gosh, this is summertime.
Probably Canadian
This
tomatoes.
is summertime, Canadian tomatoes, and look at the diversity. Have green tomatoes and purple tomatoes and red tomatoes.
Grow
And they
tomatoes
taste-
anywhere. Like, there you go.
Right?
Yep.
The real thing. Okay, this is just for the two of us, love. Let me see. That's it. Tomatoes, I'm gonna take some green onions. Those are fantastic. 4 of them to chop and put in there. not worried much about quantity. We happen to love onions very, very much. This goes in the compost at the end. Some onions at the end. There we go. What else? Cucumber. Let's see.
Cucumber lettuce,
Lettuce. I have some cucumber here that I prepared. I washed, but I'm just gonna cut a little bit. You don't have to cut the ends. In fact,
The skin?
the skin, most of the micronutrients are in there, so you know, you don't have
Right,
to.
okay,
It
yeah.
is a little bit on the thick side. so
Yeah,
depending on-
interesting, yeah.
Gotta be careful, right?
Yeah, so you typically when the cucumbers are so salty and beautiful these days, it's
Yeah.
really,
The little one, the pickled
Yeah.
cucumbers are the best. I never cut the skin on those. But those big one, the English cucumbers, they're a little too thick, too hard to,
yeah, work on.
And of course, some people prefer to chop it into 2 or 3, smaller bites, that's fine as well.
I got a big mouth.
Roby has a good big mouth. Yeah, not have to worry about Roberto's tough. Roberto is made out of iron.
Big eyes too. I got
And
big
I've
eyes.
got some leaves from a Boston lettuce that I'm gonna chop, not too many. Pasta, cannelloni, pretty much done. We just mix those up. Now the most fun part comes. My goodness, look at this.
Hey,
Look at
careful attention, people. This is the expert. You're about to witness the magic. The magic.
Okay, so- No, because I forgot the radishes. How can you? They are so wonderful. They have such beautiful flavor. Of course, they're filled with wonderful micronutrients, especially again in the summer. We're so lucky that we can get them.
We got 2 out of the 3. Eat food,
Yeah.
mostly plants.
Not too much. Usually,
Oops, daisy. Watch what's happening there.
what's happening there?
Yeah, I have to get a.
Huh?
Okay, so this is dill.
Dill. Oh my goodness! I mean, smell this.
That's the real food. Like
It's
your body knows. Like this is
Absolutely
food.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Absolutely wonderful. All right, so we're gonna give this one a stir. Right, not too much. Oh, look at that dill covering every single cucumber and every single piece of
No
lettuce.
oil yet.
Not
There's
yet,
been-
not the yet.
This is where the magic's coming.
So we have a little bit of, this is pepper, I want pepper. I'm out of salt. Can you believe it? What house is out of salt? Well, our house is out of salt. But there's some
Yeah,
left.
some salt there.
There's some coming. Yeah, the big salt is out. That's okay. Yeah, there's not much that went in there, so don't think that I went at it for too long. Okay, so one more
Okay,
thing that I'm
show
gonna,
me what the ingredient is.
tamari sauce or soy sauce.
Soy sauce.
Waited for it to
Amazing.
Again, I'm trying to
Wow.
preserve the good properties, so what
Wow.
I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add about this much in it. Yeah. Now, some people like to mix a little bit of, the miso soup paste. It's an acquired taste. You might like it, you may not. That's up to you. Just gonna give this a stir.
Gabriela, I think I missed. Did you add dill to the soup or was that to the salad? I put it in the salad.
It was in salad, yeah.
Yeah, dill is in the salad.
Okay.
I have dill for the soup
Okay.
here with the garlic chopped. I'm waiting a little bit for that. This one is almost ready. I just want it a little bit higher. So the salad is ready. I put the salt in there. I'm just gonna take half a lemon.
Salt.
Those Greeks again, eh?
Oh,
You
look at
and the
this.
lemons.
You gotta show the technique, hun.
Okay,
Do that in slow
I do.
motion.
Yeah. I took a fork and I put it in the lemon and then I keep pressing on that fork. I keep pressing the lemon on the fork until all the juice is out. I'm not concerned much about the pulp. In fact, I like some pulp in the salad. If you're Greek, like Marcos, you add a little bit of feta cheese on that, and oh my God, and it's delicious. Or if you're vegan like me, you add a little bit of vegan feta cheese, but not in this one, not today. I'm leaving. Now, here's the deal. I can use,
Show the
and I
camera,
will
show the
use
camera there.
organic, fresh cold pressed olive oil. I'm lucky enough to know someone at the market. We made friends. So this oil is pressed in the past year. It has all the micronutrients, most of the highest amount of micronutrients that you can find in olive oil. After a year, it goes down, not by much, but every year it goes down by a bit. And so the olive oils that you have in the grocery store, most of them don't have those contents because, well, because of the processing that has occurred. It's hard to get good olive oil, but you can find it. Just
Olive oil.
go to the market, talk to people, talk to those farmers.
Salt and olive oil.
That's it.
So
The
far.
salad is ready.
No way.
But yeah, that's
That's
it.
the end of the,
There you go. Mangi, Roberto.
it's very nice.
Mhm. Okay,
It's on screen.
this is done. So the only thing that is left now is to put the soup in the blender. We have a blender here. You may have one of those, the white ones that you stick in the actual soup bowl and you mix
Nice.
it with. I don't have those.
I
you
use
just-
this, I guess. The immersion kind of thing.
Totally. Yes, Natasha. Bless you, bless you. That's the one. So now what I'm gonna do is you're gonna film, you're gonna worry about that, and I'm gonna worry about putting this thing in without making a mess. And you're gonna put it on our blender. So now, let's talk a little bit about this. How much do you blend the mushrooms? You do want to have a little bit of a, structure and texture. So I would say not too much.
Right, so you don't want to completely water, still thick, right?
Yes, oh, this is perfect. You see, I like this texture, but of course, can you see this? Yeah, you could blend it some more, but for us.
No, keep the texture.
Yeah, the texture is wonderful. Let me clean this a little bit.
Oh, she has to keep her kitchen clean.
Well, it's nice to clean as you go, right?
Yeah.
It's a nice.
Oh,
Okay, so we're gonna take the soup, put it back in the pot. Oops, another thing. Back in the pot it goes. Now,
wow.
again, I don't like to lose anything, so I'm gonna take a little bit of water and try to rinse this with, and then put it right back in my soup. Now, this is when you're gonna say to yourself, do I need to add a little more water? Do I need to add a little more salt? Some people don't like, mushroom soup is such a tricky thing. There are people that like it a little more watery. And that's your preference, right? And in fact, there's mushroom soup where, let me put the stove on. So again, I'm going medium high on this.
Pretty hot. This is a hot element.
Yeah, this is gonna go very, very high. So, let's see. So I'm gonna want to add. So the only thing that I have left to add is the garlic and the dill. Those are the only two ingredients, or the mint if I want to add some mint. And I'll tell you what I do with the mint, or at least it's a preference. And I have some, this is basil. So those two are wonderful in mushroom soup with a little piece of toast. The only thing is that if you add them prematurely, the taste, it turns into green grass.
Right, yeah.
So you don't want to do this. You almost want to hold on to them until the very, very end. Now, that's not enough dill for me for the soup, so I have to get more dill. And then you and I are going to go on the other side, and we're going to sit at the table with everybody. Yeah?
Yep.
Just going to cut a little more dill. So that's good. I've got lots of dill. I've got the garlic. So I have how many? Maybe about 5-6 cloves of garlic in there. So what I'm gonna do, the soup is almost ready. I'm gonna take them all and put them in the soup. Is there anything left here that I need to take? All right, so here's another thing. Europeans in particular, like at the end of cooking their mushroom soup, they like to add a little bit of green onion. So let me just make sure that garlic is fully incorporated. And then I need to taste it. I need to see how does it taste. What do I need? Do I need some more salt? Do I need a little bit more of tamari sauce? What's happening here? Okay, this is really, really nice. Beautiful. Oh, goodness. I'm going to taste this.
There's a taste test.
See what I mean? Okay.
Uh-oh, it could be a little too hot though. Careful.
Mm. Oh my goodness, it's lovely.
Here, I'll
Oh, it's lovely. I would add about half a
Wow,
cup of water. Really lovely.
I think I got a little bit of pepper on my. my-
Yeah, it is spicy for sure. So notice I'm adding this much water. Yeah, I had tamari sauce in there before, so. But that's how much I would add. I think that would be just perfect. We've got the salad. Now come with me on the other side. Come. Let's arrange this nicely. Because what's the use of making a beautiful soup if you don't set up the table nicely, right? So let's do that. Let's set up our table. I don't have any napkins because I have them at the store. So what I'm gonna do, but it doesn't prevent me from setting up the table nicely for me and my sweetheart. So for now, I'm the chef, give my guest. Let's see. It's very nice. It's nice. I'm gonna bring that beautiful bowl. I put a bowl of soup there. This is done. Soup is done at this point. That's it. No more. I just need the ladder. Yes. So this is what we're gonna do. This soup is as ready as you can be. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And you know, one thing I forgot to tell you, coconut milk. Say you don't have coconut milk in the house, and God only knows how many times I did it, but I have the mushrooms, and I wanted to have a look at this, make sure that
You know, nice
you
and
get this.
thick, yeah.
Look at this. Isn't this just beautiful? Look at this. So now it's very, very hot. So what I'm gonna wanna do is decorate it a bit before I put it in front of you, right? I'm gonna wanna take some of this basil. I'm gonna want to surprise you a bit. So I'm gonna put a little bit of nice fresh green onion, just sprinkled a little bit on top. So it's lovely. And then some fresh basil. And those herbs are just so wonderful when they're fresh.
Ooh, you can smell.
You smell them?
Taste, yeah.
It's just incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're like an artisan.
Why not? Why you take
Or
the
the
time? Well, you know, you are worth it. We're all worth it. If that's the quantity is good, then I'm gonna add some mint right at the end. Yeah. Right here. That's it. Beautiful. This one is ready to serve. I'm gonna take it right on the other side. And I'm not gonna ask you to drop the tamari because what's gonna happen is the soup is quite hot for water. It's gonna have a moment there to just sit on its own. Oops. I'm gonna bring the salad over right here. I'm gonna serve that for my man and the owls. Let me take the obstructions of, yes, thank you. So the owls can see. I'm going to take this baby owl too on the other side so she can see through. Beautiful. Beautiful. So what do I want to do? I want to cut some bread. I want to cut some bread for you because you will enjoy this with a nice piece of fresh sourdough. You are gonna enjoy it so much. Gonna cut it in four so that you have some on the side. There we go. Oh, this is so good. Look at this. Beautiful. And you know what? I'm going to butter those just a little bit, not too much, just a bit. Oh, yeah. Yum, yum, yum. Look at this. Imagine making this soup in the winter. You haven't had any vitamin D, it's snowing or it's raining or it's one of those great days that we get so often in Canada. Where's my dill? Where's my dill? Oh, there it is. How can you not like dill? Dill can go in everywhere or anything. You have some left tomatoes, you can put some tomatoes on top. Alzina, my daughter, used to love this when she was little. Used to make those little sandwiches with a little bit of, I'm just gonna make one. All right, enough of this silliness. That is turned off, right? Okay, good. All right, so there you are. So how about you sit down and I use the camera on you. So you tell me, how's this?
Ooh,
And I forgot to serve you some salad, so maybe you can take the plate underneath it.
great, yeah.
And actually, you can hold on to this for a second, and I'll bring you. I knew I forgot something. Oh, my goodness. Stop it. Would be so much easier if you're right here, huh, with us. So much easier, but like this, you have to be mindful of the cameras, you have to be mindful of everything. One of these days, we're gonna have enough money to buy the equipment that we need to have a suspended camera from the ceiling. Wouldn't that be nice? Take a laugh.
Nice.
Now you sit nicely and comfortably, and I'm gonna get out of the way. I'm just gonna put the salad here. And I'm gonna take your camera. Tell me
And
that.
we can finish off the video.
Yeah, absolutely. And
This is it.
this is it.
Cheers. You have to love the mushroom part of this. It's like so good. And there's this like real bite to it because of the jalapeno peppers. So really fantastic dish. A lot of people will love this. Super healthy, right, with the mushrooms as well. And then what the heck, you can't go wrong, with this a salad that's multiple nutrients, still has protein in
Have a
it.
bite of the toast. When it's
It will,
tomatoes.
and I would need this because for me, the soup is on the spicy side, so I like to have a neutralizing factor of the salad and the bread. So I'll be eating kind of intermittently to this. So